It's time for Friday night football action. The End Zone with your host, Bill Shanks.
And it's time for postseason high school football. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the End Zone. I'm Bill Shanks from Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon. It is 11-11-11, and we've got a great rundown of 5 high school football games around Middle Georgia in this first week of the playoffs. Later, we'll have our game of the week, Northside versus Glen Academy. And we'll also check on the top 2 teams in Region 2 AAA at home tonight. But we start in the GISA. Stratford had a great regular season, going 9-1, losing only to Tatnall a couple of weeks ago. Tonight, they welcome the Gators from Bullock Academy in Statesboro to Macon for their first round matchup. Here we go, back to Eagle Field for the highlights of this game it was a great night for football, great football weather. Eagles first position on their own 30. John Mitchell hands off to Austin Simmons, left side, and he's going to get all the way down to about the 41-yard line for a gain of 29 and a first down. Couple of plays later in the 34, 4th and 3, the option. Mitchell, pitch out, Simmons, who takes off. Nice run right here. Watch him get in there for the touchdown. Eagles on the board. Joey Cleveland comes in, gets the PAT, point after touchdown, up and good. 7-0 Stratford out on top of a little less than 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Second quarter action now. Eagles on the Bullock 40. Ken Spears, right side. Gain of about 19 yards right here. Nice run by Spears as the Eagles are knocking on the door again. 2 plays later now. Handoff. Spears again. Left side this time. He's going to go for the score. Pay dirt. 16 yards, 6 points after the PAT. 14-0 Stratford with about 9:26 left to go in the first half. Bullock tried to get some offense going, but the Eagles were tough on defense here. Interception by Ken Spears. He can play defense too. Spears runs it all the way back to the Gator 15-yard line, and the Eagles were in business again. Trying to get 6 more. Mitchell on the play action right here. Rolls to his left, hits Sean Grossnickel, and it's complete down to the Gators 2-yard line. And the next play, they give it to their man, Simmons. He's going to get in there. Touchdown, Eagles. They led 21-0 late in the second quarter after the PAT by Cleveland. The final would be 42-7. Stratford wins it. They now take on Deerfield Windsor next week in Albany. They beat the Knights in the regular season. All right, to Tatnall now. The Trojans hosted Bethesda Day from Savannah. Good crowd on hand. Tatnall won the toss, got the ball first, got going on the first possession. Tatnall's John Rader carries the ball for about a 15-yard gain and a first down. Then Rader from the 15 gets it to Layson. He's knocking on the door a little bit closer than that. Touchdown, Andrew Layson. 5 yards. The PAT would make it 7-0. Trojans would be out on top. And the crowd loving life as long as they're winning. Yep, Bethesda would get the ball, try to get things going, but really unable to move it. Good defense here by Tatnall. Then shotgun for Bethesda. Off to the side, but nothing but good defense by the Trojans. Now we move to the second quarter. Tatnall gets it back. Rader hands off to Clay Humphreys for about a 15-yard gain to the 31. Then Humphreys up the middle, 25 yards. He's gone for the touchdown. And Tatnall in control. They get the PAT, and it would be 14-0 crowd. As long as they're singing a good game in cold weather, they can deal with the cold. Bethesda, good drive here, but they couldn't score. Watch this. Here's a nice completion for about 10 yards by the quarterback. Then a running play from the shotgun, hands it off. Gets around the Tatnall defenders and goes around left side, gets some yards right there. Another 15-yard run coming here for Bethesda, the Blazers. And that was a nice completion right there. Then they knock on the door. The quarterback drops back in the end zone, and it's picked off by Cole Waddell in the end zone for Tatnall. They get it back. Next play, Rader hands off to Humphreys. He gone. 80-yard touchdown. You ain't going to catch him. 6 points right. Sit down. Don't get in our way. Come on, man. PAT was good. 21-0. Cheerleaders needed some hot chocolate because it was cold. Bethesda would get the ball in the end zone. Watch this right here. Quarterback scrambling. Man, don't do that. You got to get rid of that ball because you know what? If not, Tatnall's going to get 2 points. That's what happened. Arthur Williams. Here it is, our 5-star drive of the week right here. After the score was 23-0 Tatnall, John Rader's going to keep it and get us about 6 yards right here up the middle. And then he's going to keep it again. And he gone. 55 yards for the score. PAT was good. That was our 5-star drive of the week. Trojans led 30-0 in the half. They win it 44-14. They are now 9-2 and have won 9 games in a row. When we come back, home games for Baldwin and Peach County. And later, a check on the Northside Eagles. We're back right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone. The hit of the week is brought to you by Middle Georgia Orthopedic.
We're back on the program. Thank you for sticking with us. I'm Bill Shanks. And we move now to the public school action. The Baldwin Braves have been in control of Region 2 and AAA until losing the region title to Peach County last week. They open up the playoffs tonight at home. A place has been kind to them in the postseason. Baldwin 8-2 since 2000 in home playoff games. Tonight they host the Monroe Tornadoes from Albany in Milledgeville. Here we go. Back to the action. Get your tomahawk chops ready for some highlights of this game. Both teams were really not very good offensively. They start slow here. Braves can't get it going. Monroe's defense looked pretty good. And really, Monroe not any better. They had several quick series. Pretty uneventful first quarter. Braves got it back. DeAndre Thomas hands the ball off to Contavious Thomas. No gain there. You can tell DeAndre struggling a little bit physically. Not sure of himself. And Thomas completes the pass there to Marcus English for the Braves. About the biggest gain of the first half for Baldwin. But at the end of the first quarter, there was no score, all defense here. Braves kept on pushing it. Here's Thomas' pass as they're knocking on the door. Going to be intercepted by Monroe. Great opportunity there for the Braves, but they could not get it in, and Thomas would run down the player from Monroe to save the touchdown. But Monroe would get it back. They couldn't do much either. Several incompletions there. Baldwin was trying to regroup and come back out on offense and try to score. Couldn't get it in on the goal line play there. They would go for the field goal and get it 3 points there for Baldwin to make it 3-0. Then Monroe would get a touchdown there to make it 6-3. Baldwin loses, believe it or not, 12-9. Big shocker here. Monroe only 5-5. The Braves finished the season at 8-3. Now to Fort Valley. Peach County against the Rams from Worth County. Big game here, and Peach County would start off early and often. On their own 45, Greg Williams back to pass, but it's intercepted by Worth. Levante Robinson runs it back to the 45-yard line, and a big turnover there for the Trojans. Worth County would get the ball and try to move it. Savon Farley is going to drop back, throw it back. Oh, it's intercepted by Peach County. Brian McQuay gets it. Then Peach offensively, a couple of plays later, handoff to Williams, Deontay Williams, 35 yards. He's going to score for the 6 points there. The PAT would make it 7-0. Peach out on top. Worth County now gets it back, trying to do something offensively on their own 37. Farley, the quarterback, gets the ball stripped by Devarius Miller. The scramble, and finally it's going to be picked up by McQuay, Brian McQuay, and he's going to go in for the score. Hey, don't get in our way. Come on, have manners. It's 13-0, Peach County on top. Here's the Middle Georgia Orthopedic hit of the week. Worth County with the ball. Farley, the pass coming up, and it's going to be intercepted by Brandon Jones. He's going to return it back to the 20, and boom, he gets hit. Ellis Anderson with a hit right there. After the penalty, brings Peach County back to the 45 of Worth. The pass right here to Devarius Miller. He's going to go. Man, you're getting in our way. Come on. Peach County all up on this game, 20-0. They win it 36-7. They're now 9-2, and they host Ridgeland next week as the Trojans continue to roll on. Up next, we go to Warner Robins, check on the Northside Eagles. We're back right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone. The Drive of the Week is brought to you by 5 Star Automotive.
Last year, the Northside Eagles cruised in the regular season to a 10-0 record, but in the first round of the playoffs, they lost to Whitewater, a team out of Fayetteville. This year, the Eagles sailed through the regular season again undefeated, and they hope to avoid a similar fate tonight as they started off the playoffs against Glen Academy, the Red Terrors. Now, honesty compels me to report that I used to work in Brunswick, and well, this prop was from another high school football show I hosted several years ago. I really put it on there because of that. Let's get rid of it. We're not in the Golden Isles anymore. How about some highlights of this game tonight? Our game of the week. To McConnell Talbert Stadium we go. The Eagles and the Red Terrors. Here we go. Northside gets going first. Well, no, Glen Academy punting the ball on fourth down. Keyshawn Hill catches it on the 29-yard line. And he gone. 71-yard touchdown right there for the Eagles to get on the board first. He's going to go 10-5, 3-4, 3-2. Touchdown, 7-0 after the PAT. Second quarter now, Glen Academy with the ball on the 14-yard line. Jonathan Alford gets the ball, tries to run up the middle, but nothing. Eagles defense pretty good. Jonathan Alford again gets the ball, tries to run. Nope, defense right there. Glen Academy goes to the field goal on fourth down, up and good. They're on the board, Northside, still up 7-3. Now Northside with the ball. Jack Montgomery has it, looks for an opening on the left side. Buchanan Thomas looking to run him down. He runs back, throws the ball to Curtis Martin, all from the Jets. No, he takes off the ball about 10 yards before getting pushed out of bounds. Then Montgomery hands the ball off to Keyshawn Hill, takes the ball up the middle, slips through, manages to dodge some players, and scores for 6 points right there. The PAT would be good. And the crazy man with the flag is on the field. 14-3 is our score. Start of the third quarter now. Glen Academy at the kickoff. Keyshawn Hill picks up the ball 9-yard line, and he's going to take off. How about a 50-yard return? That's some pretty good field position to start the second half. Theo Bell takes him down right there, and the Eagles would get going. Jack Montgomery would hand it off to Marte Polk. Runs up the left side, brushes off Thomas, runs all the way for a touchdown, but there's a flag. They got to bring it back. Polk will get the ball again, though, and run it up the middle. Right side, gets about 13 right here. He kind of trips himself up. He's going to fall down. Hands off then. Montgomery to Martin. Runs up the middle, gets tripped up by Thomas about 7 yards. Then Martin again. Runs up the middle for the touchdown. That's an easy 6 right there. Northside wins it 42-16. They are now 11-0. The Eagles will host Clark Central. How about that next week? Plenty of other games around the state of Georgia. We'll check the scoreboard right after this. Join me weekday afternoons from 3 until 6 o'clock for the Bill Shanks Show on Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon and online at foxsports1670.com. And check out the morning show with Chucky Olson and Daniel Shirley every weekday afternoon from 7 until 9, weekday morning rather. And tomorrow it's the Saturday Scoreboard with the legendary Perry Como himself, Bobby Pope. All right, let's check around the state of Georgia. Great scores, great playoff action. Let's head to it. Mary Persons, those Bulldogs are tough. They're now 9-2. They play at Alatoona. I thought it was in Pennsylvania. No. Alatoona next week. 54-20 is the final score. They beat the Panthers down there in Americus. Perry is done. They are now ending their season. They're 7-4 is the final record. They lose to Cairo, the Civic-Makers, not Cairo. Cairo. They've won 7 in a row. They are a very good team. All right, Waco is done. How about this? They lose to Stockbridge. The Tigers now 9-2. They're a very good team. They end the season for the Golden Hawks. Also, Dublin all over Northeast tonight. No big surprise here. Dublin now 10-1. They host Westminster next week in round 2. Sam Barr's career at Bleckley County is over as the Royals lose 35-14 to Lamar County. Lamar County, very, very good, folks. They are number 4 in Double-A. They host Blessed Trinity next week. Also, Putnam County season is over. This a little bit of an upset here, although Jefferson County, they've been playing good football. Of course, they beat Dublin a couple of weeks ago. 49-26 is the final there as the Warriors beat the War Eagles. Fitzgerald, the Purple Hurricanes, now 10-1. They beat McIntosh County Academy, the Buccaneers, who really can't score a lick. Also, Laney over Morgan County, 41-13. Laney now 8-3. Morgan County finishes at 8-3. Dooley County loses big time to Savannah Christian, the number 1 team in A-ball, 37-0. Marion County over Johnson County, 35-3. You got FPD. Their season comes to an end. Great season for FPD overall. They lose tonight in Bremen, 43-28. Wilkinson County continues on. They are victors tonight, 20 points over George Walton, the Bulldogs. Also, Wilcox County easily over Calhoun County by the score of 39-6. And Deerfield-Windsor, how about this? They end the season for Mountain Sales. The Cavaliers started 7-0. They lose their last 4 games, and they are done for the year. All right, real quick to recap the night. Stratford all over Bullock Academy, 42-7. They are at Deerfield-Windsor next week. Tatnall wins easily, 44-14 over Bethesda. Monroe ends the season for Baldwin tonight, 12-9. Peach County continues to roll. They beat Worth County 36-7. And Northside, they will play host to Clark Central after winning tonight, 42-16 over Glen Academy. That's our show for tonight. Thank you for being with us. I'm Bill Shanks. For all of us at 41 NBC, good night.